Oh. Hey everyone, Tanner here with Mop Fly Productions. Today I am going to show you my original take on a pellet fly. Yeah, pellet fly. I know it's considered a trash fly by a lot of people, but us over here at Mop Fly Productions don't mind fishing a little trash. So there's a lot of waters out there that are going to have stocked trout in them, say a stock pond. There are rivers that have sections with pellet feeders and pellet heads, we like to call them. And those fish can get pretty picky and they get used to only eating pellets. They're not looking for bugs or imitations of bugs. So it can be hard to catch them. So this fly comes in useful for guides or anyone that's fishing stock ponds, golf course ponds, anywhere that fish are fed pellets regularly, this fly will be effective. The idea of tying pellet flies is not new. Most of them that I've seen are either deer hair or foam and are meant to sit in the top portion of the water column or on the surface. And if you've ever seen fish being fed pellets, they do go crazy when the pellets hit the water. It's like hungry hippos. There's mouths coming up everywhere. But some of these pellets get knocked below the surface, they get saturated, they start to sink, and this becomes an easy target down below the surface that the fish doesn't actually have to move for. It's just floating right to them. So that's where my pattern comes in. This is a sinking pellet fly. I use a very heavy jig hook, tungsten bead, and sculpin wool and shape it up that way. Anyways, this fly has been super productive for me over the years, and if you're going to be fishing to stocked fish or pellet heads as we call them, you definitely want to have a few of these in the box. So let's get to tying this fly. Okay, starting out, I've already got the bead on the hook and the hook in the vise. We are using a Fulling Mill Jig Force short size 12 hook. This is a nice heavy sharp jig hook. Pairing that with a 3.2 millimeter slotted tungsten bead. This is the copper color. And the only material you'll really need for this fly is sculpin wool in the olive, which is actually more of like a brown color to my eye at least. And today I am using 50 Denier Vevus GSP. This is a really strong thread, so you can really wrench down on that sculpin wool and make sure it's tight to the shank. So let's get started tying this thing. First thing I'm going to do is put just a little dab of super glue on the shank. This GSP paired with the black nickel finish on these hooks really just, it wants to slide around. So putting a little dab of super glue really helps to lock that in place, prevent it from sliding as you tie. A lot of the flies that I tie are what I would consider guide flies. I want them to be easy to tie, quick, and durable, and not take a lot of materials or time to tie. So this is definitely that. This is a very simple pattern. Simple and effective and durable. So I'm just laying a little bit of a thread base here. I'm going to come in with that super glue again. Just put a little bit down right here on the back of the thread. And I'm going to take my scissors and a clump of this sculpin wool. And I like it to be about the diameter or thickness of a number 2 pencil. That's kind of where I'm measuring out my clumps. So we're looking at about that. If you tighten that down, maybe a little thinner than a number 2 pencil. And I'm going to cut these in about 3/4 inch segments. Once I've got a few clumps separated, I will take these clumps, and they're a little bit thick, so I just like to kind of preen apart those fibers in the middle there. And that is where I'm going to tie in. And essentially what we're doing is stacking this sculpin wool like we are building a head or something. And it's going to look real messy in the beginning, and then we'll come in with our scissors and shape this guy up. And this is where the GSP comes in handy. You can really cinch down on that sculpin wool, make sure it's not going anywhere. That super glue is also helping to hold it in place. And we are just going to repeat that process a couple times up the shank until you get to the bead. And last step, you guessed it, a little more super glue. I'm just going to dab a little bit of that on the thread. Pull back these remaining fibers and just sneak some of those wraps right behind the head there. And now it's time for a whip finish. Just doing a quick 3-turn whip finish because we've got that super glue in there as well to hold that thread. Snip off your excess. And at this point, I'm going to grab a handy brush and just tease out all of this sculpin wool as best I can. Try and get it really nice and fluffed up. And the tying portion of this fly is done. Now we're just going to come in with our scissors and shape it up like a dog food pellet. And that's really all there is to this fly. You could spend very little time doing this shaping, or you could spend as much time as you want getting it really clean. I do think, you know, if you've ever seen a piece of dog food or something that got wet, it really starts to expand. It holds a lot of that water and gets kind of fluffy looking. So I think having a rougher body on this is okay. It's just going to look like a really saturated pellet. So not spending a whole bunch of time here cleaning up, but we're just trying to take away a lot of the bulk and shape it into a general pellet shape. And once I've got a good rough shape, I'll come back in with my brush and just pick out one more time. Try and get it a little more uniform body. Okay. Coming in with the scissors for the final shape now. Okay, that's looking pretty good. One last step I can do here just to get some of those fuzzy straggler fibers. Hit it with a lighter real quick. That's going to take away the long ones. It does smell horrible, I will warn you about that. Smells like burnt hair. There's one little high spot I want to knock out right there. And there you have my take on a pellet fly. Super simple, one material fly. Tie some up, let me know how it goes. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We appreciate it. See you next time.